Hey there, this is Wesley, speaking for the VintageGenetics movement. It's time to change things, bring back the golden era, bring back the true aesthetics of the classic age. Bodybuilding is an art, it should be an art, but all the same, every bodybuilder, it just takes some hard-ass work. Showing you here today is a back and bicep workout following, as always, the principles of classic bodybuilding. And those principles, to me, are getting the most out of an exercise using a muscle that you're aiming to work. Now that's a long sentence, but basically it means just do the basics. Go back to the roots and do the exercise as it was intended. So you'll see me doing some full range of motion, stretching a lot, and making sure I am connected to the muscle that I'm working. First, we did some lat pulldowns. Those were the heaviest sets we showed, around 240 pounds probably. With an exercise like this, do the first couple of sets strict, warm up well, and personally, I like going heavy on the lat pulldown as it creates a better stretch, so try to find a balance between strict form and the maximum stretch with this exercise. Anyway, moving on to the T-bar row here. I'm trying to do it pretty much parallel to the floor. The heavier it becomes though, the harder that becomes. I pyramid my sets here, starting out with 12 reps, and then 10, then 8, and then 6, loading the bar progressively, Arnold style. The reason why I am parallel to the floor, or at least try to, is because it creates, first of all, a better stretch of the lats, because if you stand up more straight, you work the traps more, and it strengthens your lower back. So if you have a weak lower back, don't go too heavy on this one. Right now it's time for the bent over row. I don't like calling it a barbell row, and I'll tell you why. It's because what I'm doing here is literally bent over, and a barbell row can be done standing up straight more, as you see 99% of the guys do. And as I said earlier with the T-bar row, I believe that works the traps more, and I want the lats to grow right now. So I make sure they are doing most of the work here. That means creating a stretch, and the better the stretch, the better the contraction. So don't go heavy on this one either. I know you've all seen those Ronnie Coleman videos of him repping 400 plus pounds like it's nothing, but to me, this exercise is done best with a moderate weight. Here I'm about to show you an example of how Arnold himself did it, just so it validates more what I'm saying here. I always try things out myself before I advise it to people, and this just feels much better than usual. Old school usually is though. Arnold had one of the best backs in bodybuilding in terms of lat development and tie-ins. Of course, genetics play a role here, but if you want to maximize what you already have, then do whatever you can to make that happen. It's time for some dumbbell rows. I didn't do these for a while, but they remain one of the basic exercises for the back. Remember, the more angles you can target of a specific muscle, the more complete it will look. And I want to create a thick back but also have wide lats, and that's why I utilize different kinds of exercises to make this happen. All the rows, the way I do them, target the lower back and lats nicely, and if you contract your muscles right at the top, you really get the maximum development you can get out of this. Up next are close grip pull-downs, to me the ultimate combination of lat width and back thickness. You can even target the lower back during this exercise if you consciously involve the muscle in the movement. This exercise gives a great stretch and you can contract a lot better than a lat pull-down. I like to always include this exercise as it fills up the whole back. And if you missed anything, this is the exercise to correct it with. It just fills up your whole back, creates a pump, it's everything. Last but not least for the back is the dumbbell pullover. Yes, I know we do a lot of volume, but this has always worked for us. Burns extra calories and I like spending time in the gym. But this is a truly classic exercise that is forgotten by most. Yet if you want that serratus, if you want to finish off your back properly, this is the exercise to finish with. You basically pumped up your whole back during the workout, doing all the exercises, getting blood rushing into those muscles, and now it's time to stretch it all out again in this specific way. It's time to make the biceps grow, man. So it's time to sometimes introduce different exercises that are essentially still a basic exercise. This exercise is comparable to a regular barbell curl, except you target the biceps under a different angle, and this creates a better contraction to me as you can go further. I like doing close grip because it creates more tension, especially on the outer part of the bicep, and that's the part that creates the peak we are all after. Back in the old days, Larry Scott, Arnold Schwarzenegger, They had proper biceps. You don't see that anymore. It's time to bring that back, man. Last bicep exercise, no need for more. If you worked your back, you automatically already worked your biceps, so 2 concentrated exercises should be more than enough. What we are doing here is cable curls with one arm. I use a lightweight. It's all about the contraction on this one. I also try to create a better stretch by holding my elbow up a little. I try to visualize the bicep split literally increasing while doing this exercise. All details matter when you want to see maximum progress, so I really have a goal in my head and I aim to achieve that goal and use all kinds of different exercises to make sure that I get there. Remember, spread the word. Time to make bodybuilding an art again. Make it a true craft. Bring back the principles of the golden era. I'm really striving for this, making a name for myself by winning competitions and using that to make a mark in the bodybuilding world. People have kept saying they want to see the classic physiques again. They are really rare today. Follow VintageGenetics. Follow us if you want to be a part of this movement. And remember to have a great day, guys.